It's important to build trust and understanding. You really do need to trust your lawyer when you're going through this process. If you don't feel like you trust your lawyer to give you the right advice, it's okay.
What core values guide the way you represent your clients?
I say this to clients often. I am fairly direct, put myself in their shoes to a certain extent. And I think that I would want somebody who was really honest and direct with me about my realistic options and
Yeah.
about where to fight and where to compromise or to shift perspective. I think that it's really important that you have somebody on your team that will be honest with you and direct, and maybe not always tell you what you want to hear, but give you honest advice and listen carefully as well. I think it's important that my clients know that I'm listening while also giving my professional opinion.
Thank you so much. And I know that is quite vital because sometimes it can be difficult to take advice. But when it's seasoned advice and the person is just being upfront with you, some people might find it a bit upsetting, but the truth be told, and it's for their own best interest.
Right. I think it's important to build trust and understanding. You really do need to trust your lawyer when you're going through this process. If you don't feel like you trust your lawyer to give you the right advice, it's okay to change lawyers at that point. I think that sometimes is not right, and everybody's doing it in their own way. I'm not modeling my approach after anybody else. I'm just doing it in my own way, the way I think is the best way to go. And that is genuine for me.
I believe you because for you to be a lawyer, you must be ethical in your approach. And that's part of the ethos of the professional standards.
Yes, absolutely.
So, you work with clients facing complex financial landscapes. What makes high asset divorces particularly challenging?
Yeah, so from the outset, I think high net worth clients often have complex assets. And a lot of what we do at the beginning of the case is detective work, both trying to understand and identify assets that are owned by the other party, but also helping my own clients understand what they own. Sometimes finances is not a person's strong suit, and maybe one spouse managed that during the relationship and the other person just trusted that things were working or felt overwhelmed by it and so let the other person handle it. And sometimes there are situations of abuse, of course, that maybe one person was controlling the money. But a lot of times my clients don't know exactly what they have. An education process for them to understand their own assets, to understand what the tax implications might be, liquidating different kinds of assets, and of course to find out and get good information about what the assets are of the other party and the jointly owned assets as well.
Thank you. Wow. So everything is, I totally agree with you because some spouses are quite secretive when it comes to financial matters, especially if they know that the other partner or spouse is not so financially savvy.
Right.
So there's always this dynamics of someone better off when it comes to financial affairs. Not only that, their spouses have their strengths and weaknesses. Some spouses might be actually strong in a certain area. The other partner is not so strong in that particular area. So they all have diverse strengths and weaknesses, so to speak.
Yes.
So when you talked about investigating, has that got to do with people who are a bit secretive when it comes to financial matters?
Yes, I always talk with my clients about whether they have concerns about missing money or maybe somebody hiding money or spending, maybe running money through a business so that it's not obvious. And you have to, there's ways to look to request documents, to look through financial records and to get a sense if there might be more worth pursuing. Sometimes it would need the assistance of a forensic accountant to really pour through documents. That would be something outside of my office, someone that my team here would work with an outside forensic accountant. But it's kind of a process where you have to say, is there something here worth investigating further? Do I smell smoke? Is kind of how I put it. Is there a fire somewhere? Do I smell smoke? Or sometimes it might be just that my clients really didn't know what the finances were, and they don't, now that they are separating, their whole world is upside down because it's what they thought is down and what, so they don't know if the other person, they thought the other person was going to be their spouse for the rest of their life, and that's not happening. So then it's, I don't know if there's something missing from somewhere. And so sometimes it's that analysis of trying to look at records to see, are there patterns of things, or do some of the numbers not match up? Are there big withdrawals? And tracking, making sure all of the paychecks are going to the places where we think they're going and things like that. It depends on the situation, but it's often a component of it. Even if there was actually no financial mismanagement, people need to go through that process just to be reassured that they're able to make a decision about the assets and how they're going to be divided at the end of the day.
Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.